So the review embargo on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Jesus Christ, that name has expired because I completely forgot that this movie I think is coming out this weekend. Raise your hand if you forgot. I did. So yeah, this movie's coming out. The beginning of Phase 5? Yeah, Phase 5. Phase 4, the continuation, whatever. They had to cut it up, whatever. Anyways, this is coming out. This is the, beginning of Phase 5, not the end of a trilogy. No, not the end of a trilogy. It's the beginning of Phase 5, the continuation of the MCU, and the review embargo is up, like I said, and it is the second movie to have the second MCU movie to ever be rated with a negative score, to ever be labeled rotten in Rotten Tomato history. Because before we go into the reviews, and also over on Metacritic, it has a score of 50. We have the reviews here. We have some of the reviews over here, and it's like, 4 out of 10, perfect on several of these. But for this, here is the list of basically every Marvel movie ranked by their Rotten score, their tomato score. So you got Black Panther, perfect. Avengers Endgame, I like it. I know it's not the greatest ever. Iron Man, fantastic. Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, wait, those are, yeah. As you can see, it can go down. Shang-Chi, for crying out loud, that shouldn't be up there. Civil War, keep scrolling down. You have to go all the way down. Captain Marvel doesn't even have a rotten score. Black Widow doesn't have a rotten score. As you keep going down, Multiverse of Madness, not a rotten score. The Incredible Hulk, who remembers that, doesn't have a rotten score. The only one with a rotten score is the Eternals. Thor Love and Thunder has a better rating than the Eternals. And as it stands, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania still has a better rating than the Eternals. But it is the second MCU movie to ever be given a rotten score by critics. Over on Metacritic, it has a 50 score. Not that bad, based on 39 critic reviews. Okay, yeah, mixed for the most part. 6 negative, 13 positive. That's a lot of positives right there. You got Entertainment, Connoisseur, Nimni, Screenrant will give everything a positive. The Wrap, Hollywood Reporter, IGN. IGN gave Velma a 6 out of 10 and said that it was fresh. You see, a lot of people, though, we'll go through the Rotten Tomato ones, are saying it's bad. You see here, this is a fresh one. If it were a meal, it would have a magnificent plating and a fascinating, I cannot say it, fanciest sauce, but cut into it, and deep down, it's just a Big Mac underneath. But that's a fresh rating. That's a fresh rating. What do we got here? From Peter Martin, DallasFilmNow.com. This is superhero hype. It features a slew of talented actors doing their very best to treat the extremely silly movie as though it was serious and actually meant something. Ooh. Then here, another fresh one. Enough oogly landscapes and googly creatures to power 2 Star Wars pictures and half a Dune. 2.5 out of 4. Fresh. Come right down here. 2.5 out of 5. Rotten. Quantumania throws every can of paint in the garage at the screen while struggling with tone and convincing character dynamics. Jonathan Majors is an absolute beast as Kang the Conqueror. The MCU Phase 5 starts on uneven footing. Right here. Filmmaker. That was movie with Filmmaker. A very mid effort, and Marvel better pull their finger out if their finger out if they want these films to start feeling like must-see events again. 11.5 out of 20. Rotten. God, that how many areas do you have there? B plus from Reeling Reviews. While the film is landed with new purpose and new world that makes this one something like the extended long family visit Disney's Strange Worlds by way of Star Wars, it is more entertaining than its predecessor. Oh, well, good for you. Good for you. You can go through these. Their number scores don't even make sense. You got 3 out of 5. Fresh. Let's continue on. Numbers aren't adding up. Everybody's giving it a fresh for the most part. 4 out of 5 fresh. Quantumania as a whole is a solid third movie of Scott's franchise and a nod to relationships and science, and brings us fresh take on his daughter Cassie Lang. Why do I need a fresh take on Cassie Lang? Oh, that's the Mary Sue. You're gonna love everything. Lindsay Barr, 2.5 out of 4. Majors is certainly chilling and captivating, but Kang seems like a mismatched foe for standalone Ant-Man film, and the result is a quantum mania that is trying to be too many things. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that people are finally starting to see that these movies are shite. They're not good. I'm not excited for this movie. I think it's going to be awful. Grace Randolph. This is one that I was looking for. Grace Randolph, 6 out of 10. Fresh. Oh, 6 out of 10. That equals fresh, right? Some really great stuff here, especially in the first half. From Rude, Pfeiffer, and Majors. But then the film totally falls apart. Crushed under the weight of being asked to do too much for the franchise, it did make me want to buy an Ant-Man book. You worked for frickin' Marvel! But, note that. Note what she says. Some really great stuff here, especially in the first half. So, in the first half, okay, so great stuff. But then falls totally up. I need to just do her voice. But then falls totally... I can't do it. But then the film falls apart, crushed under the weight of being asked to do too much. So, is that good? Is that actually good? That sounds like a bad rating. That sounds not like a 6 out of 10. Saying that it falls apart in the second half? What? Cynics. The best entry in the trilogy. Higher stakes, dangerous, and repercussions with the trippy quantum realm and the rest of the MCU. Jonathan Majors is fantastic as Kang, the next big villain for Marvel. Full review in Spanish. Espanol. What else do we have here? Let's see. The Wrap. Oh, no numbers. I want those number ones. Here's one. I think this is going to be good. In Quantum Mania, spring-light pacing and light-hearted humor have succumbed to the turgid seriousness that plagues so much of the comic book canon. Ooh, that actually sounds right. Throughout a lot of these, though, you can find, oh, this is fresh, even though we're giving it a 4 out of 10. It's fresh, and I just pulled that number out of my ass because I saw this one. They're not being honest, but at the same time, they are being honest. You have people coming out. This is the second Wrap. Oh wait, the Wrap was on Metacritic. Offers threats both immediate and long range, making it satisfactory as both an individual movie and a preview for what's to come. Oh, so good. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is a solid start to the MCU Phase 5, working well to serve Scott Lang's story and introducing the menacing Kang. This is supposed to be the end of Scott Lang's story, though. Yet we're introducing somebody at the end. Going through these over and over. C+, rotten. C, rotten. 1.5 out of 4, rotten. 2 out of 5, rotten. 3 out of 5, fresh. It appears people are finally starting to realize that this movie is going to be crap. This movie is not going to be good. Granted, again, it's sitting, if I do a refresh, 55%. 122 reviews. Movie comes out this weekend. We'll see, but you go to what Chris Gore put out a tweet talking about it, and he said, skippable. Not important. He to quote Chris Gore the best of I can, he forgot it as soon as it was over. He didn't care. He completely blanked it out of his mind, went on with his life. So, what does that say to you? Well, Chris Gore's a very seasoned critic, and some of his takes I like, some of his takes I disagree with. I'm not a fan of Avatar: The Way of Water. He liked She-Hulk for the first part, but then he immediately realized that it was crap. But hey, you have to take it as you is. I ain't going to see this movie. I don't care. You cannot make me go see this movie. And I like the first two Ant-Man. I like the first Ant-Man. I keep forgetting that Ant-Man and the Wasp is a thing. But again, I go back to this. This is the second MCU movie to be given a rotten rating. It is worse than Thor: Love and Thunder, and that thing was god-awful. But let me get you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with your friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.